And we're recording. And here we go. Hey, welcome to another episode, mini episode number 3 of the Geek 2.0 podcast. I'm Josh. I'm one half of the co-host here for the show, but I take care of this Minisode segment to basically have like a quick primer of past episodes, what's been going on the past couple weeks, and just all sorts of general mayhem and nonsense. But on this mini episode, I'm going to be talking about AR. A little bit go more in depth with what we talked about in the last episode. One of those is the Microsoft HoloLens. Now, you might be thinking when we talked about in the last episode was we might have not have gone into like greater depth or might not have given its fair share. One part of that is because none of us have actually experienced looking through this headset. Because the major sticking point is it's $3,000 and I don't have that money to blow on HoloLens. One of the things is a lot of people are looking at it is businesses, enterprise, or people who had the money to spend $3,000 on this particular piece of kit. Now, one thing about the HoloLens is that it is pretty much wireless. Like you can go through your house or within your office or wherever you have this set up, and you can look through, as like you can see on the video, is a picture of Minecraft on your table, on your coffee table. That's interesting if you're playing Minecraft or if you have kids that have played Minecraft. You give them this, and it's more of like an immersion into the game of Minecraft. There's also other things that you can do with it. You can play a shooter game that is on Microsoft App Store or Windows Store that you can probably play. Now, another piece of hardware is the Magic Leap Lightwear. You probably saw this on our website at geek2.0podcast.com or geek2-0.com. What this is the Magic Leap. You might not have understood or say, who is Magic Leap? Magic Leap has been around for a while. They've been off doing prototypes that no one has really seen all too much. One of the things is that a lot of people say it's vaporware. Well, so far they just released this little press release a couple months ago where they say, hey, we are working on hardware. Here it is. It's a wireless system that plugs into the little puck you see that's attached to your belt or your pants or wherever you want to place it. And you can have a little joystick to navigate through menus or to click on objects that you see in your field of view. That's great. It's basically it's going to be able to be purchased sometime this year in 2018. Who knows? But it's probably going to be $2,000. Same price as the HoloLens. We don't know yet. If they come up with the pricing, we'll let everybody know once we find out and the rest of the world finds out. Now, a lot of people are big into drone racing or drone piloting. One way to be fully immersive into your drone and to feel like you're actually sitting right there in the pilot seat is with the Epson Movario. This is basically, it ties into your drone's control panel to give you that first person view of what your drone is doing. Now, it comes with the GoPro, or the GoPro app, I believe. And you can also use it for scouting out movie locations or, spying on your neighbors. Please don't do that. Now, this is something that you can attach to your DJI drone. It has 2 gigs of RAM. It has Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. It has a 5 megapixel camera and GPS as in a controller. And that will set you back $700, which is not bad. It's not cheap, but it's not HoloLens $3,000. But the nice thing is you can use it to fly around your neighborhood or wherever. Now, our favorite you know, back in, what was it, 2015, Google released the Google Glass. This was a $1,500. It's just a prototype. It's an experiment. It is a eyeglass that you put on, has a little piece of plastic that runs in front of your right eye that also has a camera and housing and a battery and everything else that's in there. And this is tied into your phone, which if you're running Android, it'll be everything that you could think of in a AR glass. Now, the one thing bad about this is that, like I said, it's $1,500 and it's kind of went away from the consumer side. They've come back with the enterprise that say, hey, this would be perfect if you have, you know, assembly line procedures, or if you have, if you're system admin and you need to know what's going on, or you need to like video chat one-on-one with somebody that's somewhere else to help you give tech support. It's just one of the little things that might help. If you're going to get it, hey, it's $1,500, and if you have a person in Google that you can probably get it through. Now, another thing is try to get with the where it's not so obvious is the I don't even know how you would say this, the Vuzix Blade AR. It doesn't want to be goggles or anything like that. It's going to be more in line with regular eyeglasses or anything like that. It's basically has a full color display, and it can mirror anything that you can do on your phone through your eyeglass, the smart glasses. So this is available later this summer, 2018, for about $1,000. Now, the following on the HoloLens train is the Meta 2. The Meta 2 is basically the cheaper cousin of the HoloLens. It uses the same process of the Windows augmented reality operating system, but for half the cost. This is $1,500. The only problem is that it is not wireless. You would have to have a cable connected from the headset to your computer. Some might say, hey, that's okay. I'll rather have the wireless and I have an extra $1,500, so I'll get the HoloLens. This is basically if, say, I want the AR experience, but I don't have the cash up front to get the HoloLens. So here comes Dell, and they're going to sell it on February 15th. Starting February 15th, you can buy it for $1,500. It has a 720p front camera. It's tinted screens. It's got 90-degree field of view, and it's got everything that you want for a Windows-based system. Now, moving on from AR to a previous episode where we talked about loot boxes. Hawaii is coming up with legislation that they want to put in 2 sets of bills that are going to be relegating games that contain loot boxes, because it's going to be like a casino and it's somewhat like gambling. So they don't want, kids to start racking up crazy amount of bills on the parents' credit card. So what the House Bill 2686, if you live in Hawaii, is go ahead and look at this and vote on it when it comes up. So it basically wants to keep retailers, including those from operating online, from selling games that include a system of further process purchasing a randomized reward or rewards to anyone under 21 years of age. Basically, they don't want kids gambling with loot boxes, which is a good thing, bad thing. I mean, it all depends on what you feel that is you consider loot boxes as gambling or not. So we talked about it last episode or previous episode. So this is a very important thing that Hawaii has started. I can see it having ramifications for being a bad thing, but I can also see a good thing. It's a way to relegate the microtransactions that have been plaguing the mobile space with the mobile games. I mean, we've all seen the Candy Crush Pokemon Go, buying the Pokeballs, and also games that passed with like Star Wars Battlefront 2, with that whole debacle that was going on a couple months ago. It's an important thing to look at to talk with your kids. Say, hey, try to get them to understand what the important part of it is, and to relegate. Now, I want to say thank you for listening in on this Minisode number 3. I also want to say that it's also, if you're looking at this right now, you're on our group page, which is awesome. And I hope to see some more conversations going back and forth between Joe and I and the rest of our fans that listen to the Geek 2.0 podcast. Another thing I'm going to be putting up, or you guys should be seeing up there by now, or previously, is a link to our Discord server. Discord is a online chat, so this is basically, if you don't want to go with the Facebook, this is another way to interact between us and you guys. Now, you should see the link up there. It should be up there previously. If not, I'll repost it and let you guys go from there. But I want to say thank you for listening to this minisode, and I'll talk to you and see you on the next one. Catch you later.